Hey guys, so before I begin, let's try to imagine a new world, a world where there is a lightweight electric vehicle with relatively small battery unit, which can actually go and pick up charge from anywhere in the city, which necessarily doesn't have to go to any of the gasoline station, gas station, even plug that vehicle in to gain charge. Also, Elon Musk famously said, in order to have a clean air in city, the only solution that we should go electric. Hi everyone, I'm Mohit Sharma, founder and CEO of E-rickshaw, a shared electric micro-mobility marketplace redefining how the real Bharat commutes. Before talking about E-rickshaw, let us discuss the evolution of electric vehicles in our country. In 1996, the first electric vehicle, a three-wheeler, was invented by Scooters India Private Limited. Approx 400 of such vehicles were made and sold in our country. Then in 1999, Mahindra and Mahindra Limited launched its first electric three-wheeler and also launched a new company based in Coimbatore in 2001 to specially make and sell electric vehicles named Bijli. Then in 2000, BHEL developed an 18-seater electric bus, which became popular too. Then approx 200 of such vehicles were made and sold. But because of the high cost of the maintenance of the batteries and the low life, those vehicles were discontinued. Then in 2001, Bajaj Auto Limited Pune also demonstrated their three-seater electric rickshaws. However, the product was not commercially launched. Then in 2007, Hero Cycles, in partnership with UK-based Ultra Motor, launched a series of bikes. These electric bikes became popular among other companies named Electrotherm India, TVS Motors, Hero Electric, etc. And Tata Motors, Maruti Suzuki, Toyota, and other companies started entering Indian market with their battery and hybrid electric vehicle products. After that, there came a period of huge setback for our industry. Between 2005 to 15, almost people lost belief that electric vehicle would ever work. And that was largely due to poor health quality and lack of services and maintenance centers of these EVs. And thus, customers were not happy with the electric vehicles. And also, India had virtually no charging network, what is typically the backbone of any EV industry. But after 2015, fortune started to change. There came an era of electric three-wheelers. The significant popularity of electric rickshaws dominated the entire market. And in 2016-17 alone, 5 lakh e-rickshaws were sold in our country. And now, as we all know, era of electric four-wheelers has finally begun. The major players like Tata, Mahindra, and multiple external like MNCs, which are establishing their bases in India. And finally, we all have believed that now the electric four-wheelers are going to pick up. And also companies like Reva, Hero are trying to establish their charging station network, though with limited success, but they are doing their part. Now, as we know, the major EVs are of three types: two-wheeler, three-wheeler, and four-wheeler, electric bike scooter in two-wheelers, e-rickshaws and tempos in three-wheelers, electric cars and electric mini trucks in four-wheeler category. Now, let's try to understand why we chose e-rickshaw as the form factor for providing our services and also understand why they become so popular in our country. And today, we have close to 2.5 million e-rickshaws in our country, and just 20% of them are in tier one. Remaining 80% is tier two, tier three. Tier two approximately has about like 45%. Remaining is in tier three. The main reason behind that adoption is the kind of capex required to buy an e-rickshaw, which is 40% lesser than an auto rickshaw, but has the same earning potential. An e-rickshaw driver partner can have similar earning as of an auto rickshaw. E-rickshaw has four seats for accommodating customers in a shared way comfortably, as against 2 to 3 people, which typically sit in an auto rickshaw. Similarly, it can carry more load as well, carry up to 500 kg. Rides are affordable at rupees 0.9 or 90 paisa per seat kilometer, owing to low fuel and the maintenance cost. Now let's see what segment of society an e-rickshaw driver partner belongs to, where they come from. Majority of them are males. They have poor financial educational background. They are migrants. They are part-time e-rickshaw drivers, not necessarily the owners of the e-rickshaw. They are sole earners of their family, mostly belong to the age bracket of 20 to 35 years. They are not tech savvy. They are Hindi speaking. Now, let's try to understand what are the problems of an e-rickshaw once the e-rickshaw is sold off the shelf. First, low vehicle utility. They're highly dependent upon the daily commute of like 8 to 11 a.m. in the morning and then 6 to 8 p.m. in the evening. And that too with the limited discovery of around a bus stand or a metro station. And then high cost of charging and parking because vehicle requires 10 hours to charge. A driver partner needs to pay for the parking as well, which is like close to 10% of his income. Then the range anxiety means a driver partner can go just 70 kilometers on one charge, which is pretty less. So e-rickshaw helps solve all these bottlenecks that e-rickshaw driver faces. Let's see how. We have built a 24 by 7 ride and delivery demand platform for e-rickshaw driver partners and have created a battery swapping network to reduce their operating cost. So by using our platform, a driver can expand their reach and provide affordable and seamless rides to commuters. They can also increase the utilization, make use of idle time by doing delivery. And instead of spending hours on charging, they can actually use our battery swapping network, which typically takes about 5 minutes to swap the battery, and they're good to go for almost 24 hours in a day. Then a driver app, there is one driver app, which is solution to all these problems of the driver partners. It has just 20 minutes onboarding process. In 20 minutes, you are part of the e-rickshaw, of the e-rickshaws platform. The second is the access to 24 by 7 demand on the platform. Then we have T+1 settlement structure. A driver can actually get the money the very next day. And the full visibility with earnings. He can actually decipher of how he has made that amount of money. And then there are various driver welfare schemes, just like insurance, the medical insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and also the child education, which is there on the platform, which driver has access to. And then attractive referral benefits. A driver partner can bring in more driver partners and also bring in new riders on the platform. They can actually refer. There are promoters on the ground. Next, we'll talk about three vertical ride delivery swap in a bit more detail. So let's first hit ride. So what are the typical e-rickshaw users? There are over like 100 million people in our country who travel to school, colleges, and offices, nearby travel. And that too happens on almost daily basis. And since we are solving for daily commute use case, we are seeing the traction on the platform. Our riders are taking about like 40 rides per month on our platform. Plus, we make the ETAs very much predictable for them. They can actually hop in our service at much lesser time had they elect to sort of go offline to hop onto these rides. And till date, we have completed 6 million plus rides. So that's give us a lot of picture about how this market actually operates. And with the sheer data, we are propelling our story forward. Then, during the non-peak hours of the day, a driver partner can actually spend time onto doing the delivery services. They can have access to these customers onto our platform. They can, depute themselves or their vehicle to fulfill, duties which are there on the application, and they can make additional 300 to 400 rupees per day. And on the customer side, the proposition is simple, means we have a network of supply which we can deploy to do their first and last mile deliveries across the country, all tiers at 20% lesser cost. And we have the lowest e-rickshaw supply deputation tax. So we turn around in the minimum time, like just 2-3 days onto doing deliveries with any of the customers. Next, battery swapping. To cater to increased utilization on ride and delivery, driver needs more kilometers per day. Both provides access to the energy as a service network. Here are some of the benefits we are using, a driver partner using from our swap system. They have to pay 20% less per kilometer cost. Second, there is a 40% reduction in vehicle weight. Third, there is zero driver capex. Driver doesn't have to invest into the batteries. Fourth, there is zero downtime of the vehicle because swap is a 5-minute process. And then there is 50% increase in vehicle utilization because driver can do more runtime in a day now. So, and also the ride and deliveries are happening faster because of the reduced weight of the vehicle. They can actually move faster. And now our aim is to build India's largest energy network with swap first focus. We will shift to fast charging when opportunity arises, though. Overall, our approach has shown to increase the driver daily net take home by more than 70%. It has also led to increase in occupancy GBV per day per driver, kilometers driven, and reduce cost per kilometer. And overall, our mission is to solve for this first and last mile commute and logistic issue, plus increase daily income of these 2.5 million e-rickshaw driver partners. And every day we are moving closer towards achieving our mission. Here are some videos and feedback shared by our driver partners, riders, and delivery clients. Let me play some videos for you.
टाइम टू टाइम होता सारा काम जल्दी काम तो अपने घर चले जाओ कोई दिक्कत नहीं है फिर यहाँ पर ठीक से सर काम तो ये लेकिन ये काम नहीं घर जाओ ऐसा कुछ नहीं है रोज काम होता है रोज मेरा नाम विशाल है मैं ओई रिक्शा के साथ जुड़ा हुआ मैं अभी फिलहाल डिलीवरी में लगा हुआ उड़ान कंपनी में मैं डिलीवरी करता हूँ डेली की 15-20 मैं डिलीवरी पॉइंट मारता हूँ उसके साथ ही साथ राइड भी करता हूँ मेरी पहले की इनकम 500 थी अभी 600 700 और 1000 के करीब पहुंच जाती है में मैं काम करता हूँ उड़ान में उससे पहले 500-600 काम करते थे अभी 1000 रुपये 1100 रुपये हो जाते हैं और इसमें राइड भी मारता हूँ 30-40 मेरा नाम तापस मैं कम से कम 1 साल में 9 महीना हो गया मेरा को रिक्शा चलाने तो मैं अभी आजादपुर में काम कर रहा हूँ जो कि ना पहले राइड बिजनेस किया था उसके बाद आप जियो मार्ट हुआ है जियो मार्ट में काम कर रहा हूँ तो उसमें मेरा जो पहले जो कमाई जब वही रिक्शा था नहीं तो उस टाइम मेरा कमाई हुआ था मुश्किल से ज्यादा 500-600 रुपया कमाई था अभी जो वही रिक्शा आया है वही रिक्शा साथ में काम किया राइड बिजनेस करने के बाद मेरा कम से कम 700-800 कमाई हुआ उसके बाद जियो मार्ट में डिलीवरी बिजनेस चालू किया तो उसमें कम से कम 20 से 25 में प्रोडक्ट में कर लेता हूँ तो उसमें मेरा और बेहतर से कमाई आ गया तो ज्यादा कम से कम अभी 1300-1400 रुपया मेरा कमाई आ जाता तो और झाएपुरी के बीच
A few of the
my name is Poonam Mustaki and ये जो सर्विस है ये बहुत अच्छी है बेनिफिशियल है स्पेशली फॉर लेडीज बिकॉज बिहेवियर जो बाहर रिक्शा वालों का होता है वो इतना कई बार हम्बल होता है कई बार नहीं भी होता और सेफ भी नहीं होता पर इनके फेयर भी सही है और as such I think कि behavior is also very good with ladies and everyone.
And few of our delivery clients, they have these things to say about us. So some places we are making the scale up easier in the case of the Udan, and also we are planning to expand to further, many tier 2, tier 3 towns. And if we talk about big basket, we have accolades in terms of the reduced face time and that we can carry more goods, more parcels on per trip basis, and also have reduced their cost significantly. So thank you very much. Thanks for bearing with me. And you guys can write me at mohit@oirickshaw.com, even post this session, and also happy to listen to any Q&As that we have. Thank you. Thank you very much.